I feel like at this point in the Mavs season, you should be able to renounce your fandom. Like, because of how bad this has gone for them, you should say, you got rid of Luka. Now they went from like legit being championship contenders to being the laughing stock of the NBA in a month and a half.
It gets worse. I believe I saw a tweet that said that they do not own their first round pick 27, 28, 29, and 30.
Well, it's time to March 4th with our episode of The Rundown. It is Tuesday, March 4th. You guys see what I did there?
I did.
See what I did there?
Great joke.
All right. It's also known as Mintzy vs. Klemmer Day. By the time you watch this, it'll be over with, but we're about an hour out from our second annual Mintzy vs. Klemmer Day on the Yak. How you feeling?
This is the last time you'll see me with both my Achilles working. So that's a good
true.
thing. I'm sure I blew one of them out. Being a 45-year-old man, probably going down some crazy obstacle course that shortens my lifespan by 10 years.
Absolutely. No spoilers, but you're going to be covered in lube in about 20 minutes. You know what I'd like to be covered in? An enormous Reese's cup.
Yeah,
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
I would like to have to jump inside and eat my way out of one. And thankfully, you could do that with the Reese's Big Cups. And Reese's is a giant, wonderful sponsor of March Madness here at Barstool Sports. So we're lucky to have them. I've been averaging about 2 to 3 a day at this point.
I've been pocketing
It's only
some,
on the upswing.
Been pocketing them, bringing them home.
Makes you popular with your kids.
And a little bit of a blender. Having a little milkshake with it.
Ooh. I've been putting mine in the freezer.
Look at these big cups. They have more peanut butter. This looks good.
I wish I had big cups. And I can have big cups with Reese's.
Yeah.
Wonderful partner. Glad to have them. But, let's jump into the rundown. Let's see what we got today.
Yep.
Today in communism.
Yeah.
Katie,
There you go, Kate.
Yeah.
You like this, right?
Tommy,
Right
Kate,
up your alley.
I'm kind of known for this.
You are, yeah.
I got to get Red Ed down here, and the two of us can chat all day. Today in communism, a Chinese company gave out bonuses by laying $8 million on a table and having employees grab at it. Please, can we do that here?
I mean, that sounds like the better version of what happened in Willy Wonka when they were looking for the golden ticket.
Yeah.
It seems even better because everybody can get cash.
This is like the Hunger Games type shit. This is like rich people being like, let's watch these poors, yada, yada. So how did this work out?
They're being way too calm. What?
Look how relaxed they are.
A Chinese crane manufacturing company.
I'll take a couple.
This is part of their standard yearly bonus. Oh, that person just had a great handful.
This
Well,
would
maybe
never.
you can only take a handful. Like you can only take as much as you can grab.
You can take as much as you could count in 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. So
This would
everybody
never
gets in
happen
line.
in America like this. Think about like when Best Buy has a TV for $89 and people just storm the gates.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll kill somebody for a Tickle Me Elmo.
I mean,
this
true,
doesn't work.
yeah.
This wouldn't work out as calmly as
No.
it's working out in China. But also seems kind of fucked up. Why don't you just give everybody
And also, we can't count.
But as if I was a rich person, I would be entertained. I'd be sitting up in a balcony somewhere with some champagne, and I'd just be going,
I'd be disappointed. This is boring. They're just watching people count money.
Yeah, I thought somebody was definitely
just
going
do
to
a
get
fast
stabbed
grab.
or something.
yeah. So this was by John Rich. Is it John
Yes.
Rich? But yeah, it's a mining company, I guess. So I'm guessing, too, this company has way more than $8 million to give away in bonuses. The rules of the game are simple. Employees are divided into teams of 30. Each team picks their 2 fastest money counters. However much money the money counters can count in 15 minutes is divided among the team for all to take home. I can barely do... Once I get into double digits, I'm screwed. So I would probably have people wanting to murder me.
So you would not be one of the assigned counters.
I would
probably.
not be a counter. I would not be a counter. Yeah, that's crazy. That's definitely like Hunger Games type stuff. But
Yeah, they need to make it better, though. Who cares if they're just counting it all calm, doing stuff like they're supposed to be? Like, I don't want that. I want somebody to get stabbed.
Well, let's see
At
how much
least
they
bitten.
can count. According to the Times of India, the highest counting employee managed to count 100,000 yen in 15 minutes.
One.
Oh, that's about $13,700 divided by 30 people. That's about $456 a person.
That's probably why they're not moving that fast. They're
Brutal.
Like, oh, who cares?
Yeah. So I guess I'd still like to do it.
Is that
Both more violence.
I mean, does that go far there? I don't know. I don't know how.
I'm
Yeah,
not
how
sure.
the
We
dollar
need to call
adds up.
Donnie.
Yeah, that I don't know. $456. I know it doesn't sound like much to us, but maybe it's more goes further there. I don't know.
I doubt it.
I doubt either way. I'm sure
Yeah.
these people are getting screwed
Yeah.
horribly by this company.
But yeah, they get a couple pairs of Nike Dunks, and I'm sure that makes up for the year of
At least
backbreaking
the
labor they
counterfeit
do
ones.
for the
In their
company.
mining company.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all right. Cool. Okay. Up next, the Mavericks season from hell continues as Kyrie Irving is out now for the season with a torn ACL. This is brutal.
I feel like at this point in the Mavs season, you should be able to renounce your fandom. Like, because of how bad this has gone for them, you should say, you got rid of Luka. Now they went from like legit being championship contenders to being the laughing stock of the NBA in a month and a half.
It gets worse. I believe I saw a tweet that said that they do not own their first round pick 27, 28, 29, and 30.
Oh my God.
I think I believe those 4 years they did not own their own first round pick. Now they have some other teams' first round picks and stuff, but it's a disaster. Between obviously losing Doncic, trading Doncic away, and now this. And by the way, Kyrie, he can become a free agent at the end of the year if he wants to, or he has 1 year player option. There's no guarantee he's going to stay even past next year. So you have a chance of having basically nothing left. You have just an old Anthony Davis and no first-round picks. That's your future, Dallas Mavericks.
There it is, 27 through
Look
30.
at that.
God, dude.
And
what a disaster.
How long does it take an ACL to fully heal generally?
Now it doesn't take as long as it used to. I mean,
But he's done
even
for,
on like the
obviously, the rest of
super
the
athletic
season,
side, 7-8 months. Like,
Oof,
early.
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, you're looking at a very good chance that he does not start the season next year on time.
I mean, you can almost guarantee he won't in NBA. Like, won't come back to like Christmas.
And the other thing too with them right now, they're in a tough spot where they are. I believe they're the last team for the play-in game right now. You have Phoenix, which is in free fall themselves, but the Trailblazers are starting to get red hot. So there's a good chance the Mavericks, with this, I mean, there's a very good chance they just miss the playoffs.
Oh,
entirely.
they'll miss the playoffs. Who are they
Who
playing?
Don't even make the playing game.
Right.
Like this is an unmitigated disaster that GM should be ashamed of himself. Nico Harrison has some answering to do.
And this is a dumb question. I still don't understand why they traded Luka. I don't
think
because he
anyone
was eating
does.
too much candy.
No one does. They're like,
I do not understand it.
They
and
tried
I
to put out
understand
this
it.
like narrative that he was not conditioned, he wasn't taking care of himself. They're like, in 5 years, this is a problem. Fuck, who gives a fuck? What about right now?
Yeah.
Very odd.
You weren't worried about 5 years from now when you traded your 2027, 28,
Yes,
29,
right, exactly
30.
right. Yeah, right.
And just for the sake of grossness, can we watch the video where he hurts himself? I just want to.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Went in. You see it?
I think it's right there.
I think it was the right. I think it's.
Is that one of those things that you just know right away? Probably. Anyway, that sucks. Sucks for the Mavs.
That does suck.
He's been playing so much too. I think he's been playing almost 40 minutes a game since the trade, because someone needs to carry the ball. And you wonder if all that playing time, does that wear you down a little bit? Could you even say that somehow in some small way led to this?
It's almost like they hyperextended him. You know what I mean?
You're exactly right, Kate.
Damn.
You're exactly right.
Damn. That's me talking sports. Diana Rossini says she is open to the idea of a Super Bowl taking place outside of the United States.
So am I. Like, I feel like the Super Bowl, it's different if you're playing the World Series. The World Series outside the United States, except for like Toronto, I feel like is different because you're going to go to the home or away team. This doesn't matter.
Everyone's traveling for it, and only rich people can go to it anyway.
It's not
so
like it's a
fuck it.
fans game, right? Like where you have the cheap seats where the dog pound is up there getting after it.
Right.
Like this is not like that's not an event that the average fan can even go to.
True.
Right. So fuck it. Why not make it in London?
But why make it harder for American fans to get to where? Why are we rewarding London with a Super Bowl when like it really helps the economy of American cities? Like,
Is this the grow the game argument?
Yeah, you could say the American cities thing for sure. But I'm saying just from a fan perspective, the economics, keep it here. But I don't care where it could be played on the moon. It could be played in China. It's the same exact game to me. It made no difference to me that it was in New Orleans this year.
Okay, so let's say I'm a Jets fan, which I am, which is a sad statement to say. Jets have never made the Super Bowl in my entire life. Mm-hmm. I'm an old man. It's very sad. But let's say they do make it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to move heaven and earth to try to go to that game. And I'm by no means rich, but I'm going to try to do the best I can to get to that game. If this game is now in a different country, if someone doesn't have a passport, or that now gets even more cost prohibitive. So yes, while the average fan maybe can't, there's a lot of great fans that could potentially be priced out just so Roger Goodell could quote unquote grow the game.
But your flight would be from New Jersey to California would be almost the same length, almost the same cost
True.
it is from New York to London.
And
But that also helps me a ton. Like, what about the Jets fan that lives in, obviously, all right, say Jets. So what if you're a Chargers fan then, say? Now, the Chargers have never won a Super Bowl in ever. Now they got to go all the way to London? Like, for what? I just don't know why I understand the need to grow the game and the want to grow the game worldwide, but why would we give our biggest stage away? Like,
But hear me out. Chargers game in London, Chargers Super Bowl, 8 a.m. Super Bowl.
That would
a nice
be sick.
brunch, a nice brunch spread, pancake shaped like footballs.
Yeah.
The bacon is the
No, not 8.
hand gripper on it.
That sounds horrible.
Let's do like a 2:00.
I'd say 10:30.
Why so
Saturday.
early?
Mimosas with the
Why do
girls.
you want so early in the morning?
Mimosas with the girls for the Super Bowl. Get out of here.
Mornings are horrible.
So,
I just
yeah,
don't
could
care
see
where
it
the
in
game is
London.
playing. Like if the Jags are in it, I'm going no matter where it is in the world. Like I'm gonna go to it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I mean, I don't think the cost. If you have enough money to go to the Super Bowl, I don't feel like the location super matters.
I say keep it in America because Americans love the game, and I think it's better for the country that's the one thing that we kind of have is football. Like, the one sport that we kind of really. I feel like basketball, baseball, those are worldwide sports now,
Yeah.
especially. Hockey, Russia, Europe, Canada. Football is our sport. I don't, unless there's a real reason to move it. The Super
And
Bowl,
Canada.
It's not going to happen based on taxes alone.
I think you're right.
Like just taxes alone.
Fun to
like
think about,
the
though.
players aren't going to want to do that. Give up half that game check.
And I don't think the NFL is going to want to give. And also, if you're a sponsor, you're going to want. I think there's a lot of reasons why.
Yeah,
why
like
it would
it'll never happen. But if they were like, "Hey, we actually are going to do it," I wouldn't care.
So I guess we're
I
saying
wouldn't
Diana
be-
Rossini is a bad person. Is
What,
where we're
what are we
going
saying?
with that.
She's a bad person.
Right? No,
All right.
no. But she said that. That was from her.
I
She was
don't-
on Pardon My Take this week.
Yes.
Another.
she's not a bad person. She's a good person.
No, I'm just kidding. But another clip I loved from Pardon My Take recently was Nick Sirianni calling out Max for wanting him
That
to
was
be
great.
fired during
That was great.
That was very fun to see.
Wait a second, Max, you wanted me fired. So never mind. Never mind. That's not true. That's not true. Yeah, you did.
So Pardon My Take on a heater right now, as per usual. But that's football talk with Kate. I know my sports. And then again, Klemmer vs. Mintz. If you've never watched a yak before, I would recommend this is a good dip your toe in the pond episode. This is our second annual. And do you remember why we had you guys compete against each other last year?
Yes. So Mintzy did not last year for the combine. You had some New York people fly in. Dave was there. It was a bigger thing.
People were mad at Kevin Clancy for not sprinting fast enough during the 40. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yes.
ringing a bell.
Even though Kevin's body's in shambles,
Right,
but yes.
right.
So I think it was just a bigger event than the combine you guys had this year.
Yeah.
On some level. So because it was such a big event, like everyone just knew we had to go. Plus Dave was it's a big deal. Or no, Dave wasn't there, but Dave kind of insinuated like this is really important.
Yes,
Okay.
participate.
So Mintzy then skipped it to go to like a poker.
Yeah, it was a poker
That's what
thing.
it was,
I think
okay.
it's in Jacksonville.
And
Yeah.
and Dave was furious. And Dan was really upset because you guys put a lot of work into it, and it was, and they said they wanted to punish him, and then Dan just thought of it one day on the yak, and he called me. He's like, "Can you be here tomorrow?" I'm like, sure.
That's right. It was
and then
like
you
very
guys,
last
I'll
minute.
give you guys. I know like Dan, TJ, a bunch of those guys, Brandon, you probably Kate, like a bunch of you folks that put together like this incredible, basically like a Japanese game show.
I'm the one who made you guys bob for apples.
There you go.
Great.
So like, and like it, I think it came out really funny.
Yes.
And luckily I won. Knock on whatever this is that I'll win again. But yeah, and here we are again now for people seem to like it, so here we are back for year 2.
Yeah, we have you guys doing, I think it's 22 different events this time, back to
Jeez.
back to back to back to back.
22 events.
There's going to be lube, cooking, racing, trains, actual trains.
Now, do you
At
never
some
cook
point.
at home?
No
I
spoilers.
do cook at home. So okay, here's
The
the thing
grilled
about
cheese last year is what
That-
really put it on the map.
Yeah,
in
and that
both
was
of us
shocking.
minds. It was
okay.
shocking.
What was bad about my grilled cheese?
The look
the
of it.
fire?
Okay, so what was-
Didn't you burn yourself?
No, I didn't have any fire. I didn't burn myself. I cut myself. So
that's
that
what
I'll
it
say was
was.
bad. But I will say the bread we had was not like white bread. It was this weird like focaccia bread.
Felicia?
Is that what you call it?
Focaccia?
Whatever.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I don't know how to say things.
right.
And like the cheese was not American cheese. It was this weird like just block cheese.
So you think you
And
just slice it thin, but you
Yeah.
guys put you guys in a blender.
All right,
that-
but Donnie said he liked my grilled cheese. This is why I mean I'll defend being a weirdo. I'm also lactose, so I don't make grilled cheese very often.
Okay.
But
That's
I did.
fair.
I mean, I have worked in restaurants. Like I will say, my grilled cheese, Donnie said was good.
Okay.
So everyone's like, "Oh, you're grilled," because that's all I ever hear is, "Oh, you're grilled cheese." Well, I always say, "What was wrong with my grilled cheese?"
I could see that. Like your grilled cheese by itself is not great.
I
Like,
did cut
it's
myself.
but paired with Mintzy, it brought yours down a little bit. Too.
I guess so. Everyone's like,
It was
you,
just
guilt by
chaos.
association.
everyone's like, like I hear it all the time. You're gonna want to make a grilled cheese. I'm like, well, the one I made was pretty good according to Donnie. So I don't. Yeah. What was the problem with
How's
it?
your fluffer nutter game?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, tune in to see because
What do you want me
Mintzy
to say?
Klemmer.
If I'll
gonna
tell
be
you,
up.
if a middle-aged man has a fluffernutter game that doesn't have kids, that's a problem.
I have a
That's
problem.
fair. That's fair.
No, I have kids. I'm
Yeah.
good.
You have kids.
Yeah, we have kids. We're
You don't have
okay.
kids. You have a
But,
fluffernutter game, and like that's a big part of your life. I don't know. I'm a little concerned. Might be the watch list time.
Well, before you head out there, which is very soon, you might want to grab yourself a Stella Blue, get your energy up. I know you're cracking one right
Always.
now. Stella
creamed
Blue's
myself on this
coffee,
one. Too much
Stella Blue
cream.
Coffee's Mug Mania contest is going on now. I know we're actually all participating. We've all been drawing and doodling our mugs out there and putting them on the fridge like proud mom. I've been putting them up there. But don't miss your chance to design Stella Blue's next best-selling coffee mug. Submit your original mug design by March 9th for a chance to walk away with a grand prize of $2,500 and have your mug featured on StellaBlueCoffee.com. Visit StellaBlueCoffee.com today to learn more and use promo code RUNDOWN for 20% off orders and orders of $25, or find Stella Blue Coffee on Amazon for next day delivery. Great purpose through great coffee. You get to help dogs design a mug, get your art on, do all that good stuff, and have great coffee. Yeah, StellaBlueCoffee.com.
Natural
good
read.
thing.
Nice job, kid.
Yeah, natural read. I didn't look at the paper once. I feel good
You
about
feel
that.
that you love Stella Blue that much?
I know. I'm trying to spin it so that my Stella Blue coffee mug design wins. So you'll have to try really hard out there to beat it because I'd like that $2,500. It'd be great. And is there a prize for winning Mintzy vs. Klemmer Day?
Yes, there
or is
is.
it, there is. What
Yeah.
is it? Do we know?
I'll let Dan announce it.
Okay.
Well, it's over already.
That's true.
At this point, if you're watching,
As you know, I've won or I've lost.
or you're in the hospital.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Oh, yeah. I don't
there
know.
you
I'll
have
still
it.
let Dan. I don't know.
All right. Let's
All
go
right.
make you dance for us, clown.
Wonderful.
Said with love. All right. That's the rundown.